Well, I believe this is pretty self-explanatory, isn't it? One for the title, it's also the fact that that very familiar name is just literally right there. What more can I say? B&H Photo. Okay, I cut into that bit awkwardly. Oh, do I see a receipt? Yes, I do. Let me carefully pull that out. And yes. And this looks just like a receipt as if I were in the store. That's pretty cool. Normally when you get packing slips, it tends to look like a sheet of paper, but in this case, this is actually a receipt that's, you know, scroll-like. Like, you know, something like that. Yeah. Anyways. Oh, bubbles. And they're actually inflated this time. Wait, why am I saying this time as if the last time wasn't? It's been a while since I actually unboxed in this place, and even then, they were inflated from before. You know, I'm thinking of something that I recently unboxed where it wasn't inflated, hence why I just made that commentary. But no, I'm not talking about B&H Photo. I know it's very random to just stop and clarify that, but it's kind of important that I do, because I don't want to make it look as though it's these guys that are shipping the deflated bubbles when it's not. So, just have to clarify that. Yeah, you can already see it. I regret not getting hard drive cases in this purchase. Like, I was originally supposed to do that, but then for some reason I didn't want it going over a certain amount, so I just stopped. But now that I think about it, it's like, yeah, I should have done it. Okay, so you can see the anti-static wrist strap. Didn't I get two? Oh yes, okay. I was about to say, I was like, wait, didn't I get two of them? I'm like, ah, yes, I did get two. They just rubber banded it together rather than leaving it loose and just flopping over the place like. Yeah, so that's why they had to do that. Oh, it's still kind of dusty and ashy. Maybe I could perhaps wipe it a bit. Yeah, I think I can do that. So, okay, let's see. Did you hear that sound? My Dell just turned on. And you know, I have to say, it's honestly quite good timing because really, I was going to test it inside of it anyway, so. I mean, well, actually, no, I powered up two other smartphones to get this test done, so. And that just slipped right out of my hand. Joy! Well, you're not seeing what I'm talking about right now because it's not even in the frame. Just some of these packages are excessively dusty. Bit of a wipe out. Actually, I don't know what I mean wipe out. There's some good about it. Just what I need to do anyway because dusty packages are just not very pleasant to touch nor look at. Yes, I know that's obvious enough, but it's important that I tell you what I'm doing so that you're not under the pressure that I'm just staring at nothing while seemingly nothing is happening. No, it's not true that nothing's happening. I mean, surely I could just edit that out, but sometimes I just want to keep it rolling because I have something to say, you know? I have something to say. But I'm not going to be staring at them for long. Alright, we're back in action now. So, okay, this mouse and the keyboard, these are the two things I'm going to actually plug into the devices. These wrist straps, do I want to take them out? Actually, I guess I probably should take them out first. So let's take this off of the desk and let's take a closer look at least one of those. Alright. Is there a way that I should... Let me start from here. Actually, yes. You know what? And now I'm deeply regretting not getting those hard drive cases because I could have just used them to house these, but there's always another purchase, I guess. It's not as though I have to buy it from B&H Photo directly anyway, because I can get it directly from that manufacturer, but still it would have been more convenient to do so. So this would be the end that you clip to the source that is grounded to the ground, like the metal leg of a desk or an iron bar or something, so you clip that to that, and then this would be the part that goes around your wrists, like so. So let's just pretend there's some metal here, have it clipped to that. And then I can work on my electronics. You know, I don't know why I didn't buy this one before, considering that I did operate tick chunks in the past before. In fact, I'm looking at one of them right now, and that should be my Inspiron. No, not Inspiron. The XPS 277760. I installed hard drives into that. And then over there, with that Dell 2350, I installed a solid state drive into that. And then no, it's not that BlackBerry passport. One of my other BlackBerry passports, I swapped the camera module. And then for the 1520, okay, you get the idea. I've done a fair bit of repairs, so no need to just list each and every single repair that I've done. All I can say is just it's about time that I actually invested in this. Thankfully, none of them I didn't end up shorting or anything like that, because I had obviously the common sense to like ground myself, touch metal surfaces, don't wear highly static prone clothes and all that. But still, it's just good to actually get the right tools, and I did just that. I'm not gonna open this one because I don't need to. So yeah, I'm just gonna put this back in here for now until I have somewhere better to just keep them. Actually, no, you know what? I did get a Lacadoe hard drive, so maybe I could just keep them in there. Oh, I should say hard drive case. Obviously, you cannot store it inside of a hard drive because that would just not go well. And now for the silica, I rate this. I was gonna say 7 out of 10, but you know, I guess I should say 10 out of 10 because it's pretty cool to see these. Anyways, let's take a look at this now. Or should I? Or should I not? Actually, you know what? Actually, yeah, we're gonna look at it. Are the lights flickering? No, okay. Alright, what's the best way to open this? Now, I wanted to get a red version of this. I tried looking all over the place for it, but there was one particular seller on eBay that wanted 76 Canadian dollars plus import and shipping, and that seller is honestly off their rockers for demanding such a price, because these shouldn't cost anywhere near that. Maybe at most $20, if so much, but like 76 Canadian, are you out of your mind? So, like, and I even called them out in one of my offers that, you know, you are price gouging. In the past, you did offer that particular amount for as low as $9.99 USD. So I don't know why they'd want, what was it? I think the USD equivalent was 59. Anyways, let's just hope that seller gets to their senses and drastically lowers their price, or otherwise they're not going to be expecting to make much sales. Oh, would you look at that? Nice, fresh, shiny, and new. Now, if this looks very, very similar, well, it should. Because I got the white one that came in another set some time ago. You may have seen that video already, where I unboxed this guy in that same video too. Alright, so let's install this. Get it set up. And we'll test it in some smartphones. Oh, would you look at that? It's working already. So now I need to find a smartphone to test it in. Who will be first? Let's see. I want to first test it in... I guess I'll test it in this Lumia 950 XL. So first, got to do this. Make sure the volume's on nice and high so you can hear that plug-in sound because it's cool. And we insert it. If it's going to go in. If this one's too big for it, then we'll just use that. Okay, yeah, it's too big for it, so... Oh, that's a really snug connection. We'll have to use the anchor, which should be able to take it in just fine. Or at least I hope so. Oh, you heard that sound. Can you see my cursor? Yes, you can. You can see moving on the screen. I'm even scrolling down. You get the idea. So yes, it works. On Windows 10 Mobile. Now let's test it on Android. Now here is a Samsung Galaxy S5 running Android Marshmallow. So let me pull out this U-Green here. You might be asking, what is the point in testing in smartphones and why do I do this? Because you'd be surprised to know how useful it is to know that these pointers and keyboards work. Maybe you might not have a use for it, but you just never know. It's just cool to know that it works, even if you don't think you're gonna ever need to use it. Okay. Alright, so I have that in. Did I go in? Oh yeah, I went in. See that? And now, for the BlackBerry, why is it giving me an error with the network? Anyway, that's kind of random. Take that out. And now, here it goes. I know, highly interesting stuff. Perhaps you want me to see. Okay, you can even see for yourself right there, USB device inserted. Now, let's type 2021. Oh yes, I forgot to mention that I ordered this on, let me pull up my calendar for a second here. Yes, I made this purchase on January 18, 2021, and it arrived January 22, 2021, which is the exact same day I'm unboxing this. So it's pretty cool to see that they shipped from New York to Ontario so fast. I mean, then again, New York does border Ontario, but still. It's just cool, because some companies, it's like they ship slow or they use excuses or whatever, but for B&H Photo, they did not disappoint. Even with this whole COVID-19 and whatever, they still got it together and they shipped it out pretty darn fast. So now I can take this out. And for iOS, I was going to test in iOS, but it looks like I did not pull out the USB-C, no, not USB-C, the Lightning to USB 3. I mean, it would be cool if iOS did just adapt USB-C to 3.0 or whatever, but they're still being really slow on that. Or do I feel like testing iOS? I don't know. Actually, I don't feel like testing. No, I guess I have to. Like, if I'm going to have Windows 10, BlackBerry, and Android, I guess I have to have iOS, right? Because let's face it, iOS and Android are living operating systems, whereas BlackBerry 10 and Windows 10 Mobile are unfortunately not. Oh, I'm not even in the camera, darn. So you can see that. I mean, you don't see the cursor because you have to go into like settings and enable some other thing, but you get the idea. You see that it works. If you want to enable the cursor, you need to go into settings and I think enable Bluetooth devices or something like that. I've done it before in one of these videos, but I don't feel like getting too nitty-gritty about it in this one. I just want to show you the gist of it because you want to see that keyboard now. And now to take a look at the Hewlett-Packard wireless keyboard K2500. And if this looks very familiar, well that's because it should. If you are an owner of the Hewlett-Packard C7000, actually, I don't have the exact alphanumeric name on top of my head, so I'll just do an edit over this video at this part so you can see the proper name for it. And this is pretty much the black counterpart to this. Why do they sell them entirely separately? That I do not know. Usually when there is a black and a white variant of a product, they have the exact same name and they'll often come with a mouse, but in this case, this one does not come with a mouse. That's why I had to buy the mouse separate, unless you live in Oceania or Singapore and those places where there was an option to get it with a mouse and keyboard with just one USB, but for most other regions, I don't know why they did not sell those two together. So it's just separate, and that is just the way it is. Okay, so you can see dedicated hotkeys, adjustable legs, full-size keyboard. If you remember what I like so much about this one, it's the sound. So you can expect that one to sound identical, or at least I hope so. Okay, you know what? Rather than trying to just open some of my nails, I can just do this. Make it less painful to watch, yeah? Okay. Alright. Oh boy. And so because this doesn't have a wireless mouse, that's why the packaging is so much smaller, because for the one that did come with a wireless mouse, it was obviously a much bigger box. Is there anything else in here? No, just lots of papers. As for the sound, see if I can hold it close to the microphone. And you're probably curious about what these sound like, eh? And on the desk, and I believe that's more than thorough. Now, where did I put the USB dongle? Well, actually, I wouldn't be able to test it anyway because I'm going to need some batteries, and I did not bring any batteries. Oh, well, would you look at that? This is why you have to pay attention to details, because you see these two arrows pointing to it. Now, I'm not sure if you're going to see it in this setup because it's a bit darker since I turned off the phone's camera lights, but here it is. So, or does it come with some batteries? Let's see. Oh, it does. Okay, thank goodness. Yay, it does. Awesome. So I can test it in my computer, and I'm going to test it in just one phone. Don't worry, I'm not going to do all the operating systems because that's overkill. If it works on one, chances are it's going to work on the rest of them. So let's pull out this white phone again, since it's the one that's in my computer right now. Let's sign in. That was some pretty aggressive typing, and now that it is online, let me move this light aside so I can get access to that USB port. Did you hear that connecting sound? Yes, you did. So, okay, let's see how it works. Let's open up a notepad. What just happened there? Okay, I must have entered a very dubious command. Caused something to pop up. Alright, now let's see if the media keys work. Yes, the volume is actually going up. Volume's going down. Muted. And this thing, all it does is just open up command that will show apps and features, power options, event viewers, system, device manager, network connection, disk manager, computer management, Windows PowerShell administrator, task manager, settings, file explorer, search, run, shut down or sign out, and desktop. Yes, I know, that felt very nerdy and overkill to read all of that. But I have to let you know what it does, right? Like, I mean, you need to know. Like, if you're watching at this point in the video, obviously it's because you want to know the nitty-gritty details. Oh yeah, speaking of that, I did say I was going to test it in just one smartphone, so let me make this light shine here again. Really? I didn't say to come off. Okay, anyways. I have to take it out of the computer now. And I'm going to test it in... honestly, I think I'll use my BlackBerry device because it's the one that I use with the SIM card in it and all, so let's do just that. My phone is running low on battery power, of course. So, and yeah, it works. See that? Let's bring it closer. Do you see what I did there? Yes, you see. Okay, so I guess that is it for this video now, eh? Yeah, I think that's it. Let me just throw everything I bought into frame now. Where are those wristbands? Complete.